This time around I decided to pull apart an Aston Martin DB9 and then repaint it into my own specification. The base model is already a really nice blue, but it didn't really suit the car in my personal opinion, so I wanted to repaint it into something else. With the easy stuff now done, it was time to drill out all of the rivets to release the dashboard and all the other clear parts and plastic parts around the body. Some needed to be cut off and pushed out, but in this case most of them just fell out after cutting off the tabs. The plastic parts have been removed, so it was time to strip the paint. I put the body into a bag and then added the paint stripper to it. After soaking for a couple of minutes, it was rinsed off, cleaned up, and now time to give it a nice sanding and also remove some of the mold lines. With the entire body now sanded, I cleaned it up a little bit and moved it into the spray booth to apply a couple light coats of primer. The primer applied, I let that cure for a little bit and then moved on to applying the color. I decided upon Zero Paints' Steel and applied a couple coats of that. Once cured and a couple layers later, I decided to add some clear coat. Even though I wasn't really sure about the color yet, I somehow still decided to just move on, apply the clear coat, and see what it turned out like. So a couple coats of clear later, a really nice glossy body. I still did not like the way that the color came out, so it was put back into the stripper and I started from scratch with a couple coats of primer and started applying a new color. This time around I decided on Aston Martin's Casino Royale from the James Bond version of the Aston Martin DBS. I applied that in a couple coats as well. And while applying, I still wasn't really sure that this was the color that was after. Turns out this was not the color that I was after. Now luckily it wasn't clear coated and I just applied one coat of the color, so I could easily just switch to the next color on top of it without any problems. This time I went for a Toyota GT86 or even the Scion or Subaru BRZ, just a metallic dark gray blackish color which suited the model a lot better in my opinion. Turns out, third time is a charm. So the color is applied in a couple coats. It looks really nice in my opinion. The metallic flake might be a little bit too big, but that wasn't really a surprise as the model is of course a 143 and the paints that I'm using is supposed to be for 124, 118 scale cars. Some clear was mixed up and also applied to make it nice and glossy again. With the exterior being a nice dark color, I decided for a nice brown tan color on the interior. All the parts were of course stripped at the beginning of the video and then moved on into the spray booth again for some primer and then some color to be applied as well. In this case for the main interior, saddle tan. A couple coats of paint later and a little bit of drying time, I moved on to adding additional details with some silvers and some black to the main interior pieces. Overall, the main dashboard had a really nice shape, and on the top section it does have a lot of the details molded into it. On the lower center section that goes into the center console and has the shifter in it as well, there were pretty much no details whatsoever, so I decided just to mask it off and paint some on myself. The dashboard and steering wheel in this case were painted black, so I decided to add a top section of black to the door panels as well. With the detail painting now completed, I could move on to the assembly of the interior. The interior is now completed, so I could move my focus onto the exterior. A couple of the trim pieces around the vents and also around the windows themselves needed to be chrome, or at least I wanted them to be chrome, so I carefully started masking them off as there weren't really any panel lines to follow, and then added some bare metal foil on top, shaped it, cut it out, and then removed all of the masking tape to have a nice chrome piece left. The smaller test pieces are now completed, and that worked out really well. The other reason I'm using the tape not only to create a sort of panel line is to add as a barrier for the bare metal foil. Sometimes it can leave a really nasty stain from all of the residue that's on the underside that makes it stick, of course, and adding the masking tape, the stains or the residue sticks to the masking tape, and once that is removed you are left with a clean surface. So in this case it's not on the paint, but it's on the masking tape, making the cleanup a lot easier, but most importantly it is also a really nice idea to have a custom created panel line to follow easily with your knife and create a really nice sharp look. With the trim now finished, I could move on to a bit of assembly and also painting the headliner black. On these Aston Martin models, there is also a small feature inside the rear taillights, which is painted body color. I decided not to paint it in the gunmetal dark gray color, but just to do it a gloss black instead, and also match the side mirrors just to give that a bit of contrast. The exhaust tips and also logos were painted silver, and then this one was finished off. And that's another one finished. I hope you guys are enjoying these 143 and other quick build videos in between the regular builds. Let me know down in the comments if you do and what your thoughts are on these types of builds, of course, as well. Now, of course, I will not be leaving the regular scale modeling. I will be back to that really soon, probably in the coming videos.